Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel. Let me scoot y'all back, y'all too close. Today's video is gonna be a little bit different. I want to talk about something that I struggled with for a very long time, and like I could never figure out the reason why. Today's video is gonna be about the reason why you don't have any friends. Yes, the reason you don't have any friends, the reasons you don't have any friends. And I feel like a lot of people struggle with this and they just don't know why. Like literally sit at home and cry and just be like, I'm a cool person, I'm nice, I'm this, I'm that. Why don't I have any friends? Like, why don't I have any friends? So I'm gonna be telling y'all some of the not so obvious reasons you don't have any friends. Before I start this video, I just want to say it is okay to not have friends. Friends require a lot of energy. Sometimes friendships are overrated. Some friendships, not to say that you should just go all your life without having friends, but you should not feel left out because a lot of people are staying in friendships that no longer serve them, and they're staying in friendships with people that they don't trust, people that they can't tell things to, people that they can't open up to. They're scared of being alone, and that's not a good reason to stay in a friendship, just because you're scared of not having anybody. So I feel like it takes a lot of bravery to not have friends, even if it's not by choice. Sometimes it is by choice. Sometimes it is by self-respect and you not being okay with your friends not supporting you. You not okay with you just not going for it. And that's okay too. So yeah, like all the reasons that I'm saying, like most of them are going to be negative, but just know that there are reasons that aren't negative that you don't have friends. Like there's other reasons. So y'all, I just want to throw that out there. But let's get into it. I just want to read this one off to you first. You want friends when you need friends. You want friends when it's convenient for you. You want friends when you want to travel. You want friends when your birthday's coming up. You want friends when you need support and you're sad. You want friends when you're bored. You can't just expect friends to come out of thin air. Let's just set that one straight. But I feel like a lot of people realize they want something when they're getting ready to go somewhere, they're getting ready to go out, and they realize they don't have it. And then that goes into them trying to force something with somebody, and it's just not giving what it needs to give. So it ends up just, I don't know, just like disappearing. Like you ever just went out with somebody just because you didn't have nobody to go with, and that literally never ended in any type of real friendship? That's what I'm talking about. You know, you can't just expect people to be there that you haven't poured into to be like the best of friends. Like it just doesn't work that way, and that's something that I had to learn the hard way. Number 2, you're scared. You are scared of people's true intentions. That's one thing that, like, for me, I'm very scared of people's intentions. Like, you just never know like what people's plans for you in their life is. Like, another thing is, like, you're scared of letting people in your bubble. Like, you're scared of becoming friends with somebody when your life isn't where you wanted to be at, if that makes sense. Like, for instance, y'all, I used to be scared to tell people that I didn't have a car. Like, at the big age of 21, like, I did not want nobody to know that I didn't have a car. So, like, I would literally just stay home. Like, if I didn't have a ride, or if the place wasn't close enough to Uber, I would just stay home unless somebody offered me a ride. Like, and then I used to be like, yes, like, then I'm just like, okay, then it's meant to be. But I'm not gonna tell nobody I don't have no car, because no. But in that moment, I wasn't showing up as my true self. Like, I was just worried about, you know, what somebody may think, or like just being rejected. Like, I feel like that was one of the things that stopped me from making friends, because it's like, you don't speak up, how will they know? And another thing about not showing up as like your true self, you are gonna have a very hard time maintaining friendships if you're putting on a persona. Like, your life is put together. Just because you hang around people whose life is put together doesn't mean that your life has to be cookie cutter. Because when your life starts going into shambles, you're gonna go into hiding, and then everybody's gonna be like, what happened to so and so? Like, we thought she was good. Like, we thought everything was going good, and everything wasn't going good. So guess what? You know what they're gonna take that as? We're gonna take that as, oh, she done started acting weird. Like, she just started acting funny. But really, you're not. You're going through something, and you're not showing up as yourself. You're not allowing your friends to see you showing up as yourself, so they don't know what's going on. So here is a good one. You are prioritizing your romantic relationship. Like, you putting that ninja over everything. You're spending all your time with him. You're canceling your plans with your friends to hang out with this man. Like, this is something that I've definitely been guilty of, because you can't do that. Because the moment you and that man on bad terms, you're going to run to your friend. You're going to go cry to your friend. You're going to, you're not going to have anybody else but your friends. But you can't do that, because you can't neglect your friends just because you got a man. Like, for me personally, I never had that strong friendship. I don't have a best friend. So when I met my first man, it was like the feeling was addicting. Like, I had found my person. Like, it's just like, when you're not used to a bond, you get carried away. You want to be in the nigga's skin all day, every day, because you've never experienced this before. I get that, but you cannot neglect your friends in the process, because they're the ones that's gonna be there when that nigga not. Okay, y'all, so I think we're on number 3. Number 3 is you're judgmental and you're skeptical. Like, that goes along with being scared, but in this sense, it's kind of like you think everybody is out to get you. You think everybody is a monitoring spirit this, monitoring spirit that. Like, you think everybody jealous of you. You think, everybody gonna tell your business. It's all gonna end bad in the end. And I feel like that is such an unhealthy way to think. It's just like, you may have had past traumas and past friendships, but you cannot take that into these new spaces with new people. Like, that has to be like in the literal back of your mind when you're starting something new with someone else. And I feel like that is so hard in today's time, because girls are weird. Girls do get jealous. Like, it's a real thing. But I feel like you can't go into something with that in the back of your head, even if it's a common thing that happens in all of your friendships. Okay, y'all, I think we're on number 4. Number 4, you are not an initiator, and there's nothing wrong with that, but in a sense where you don't have any friends, beggars cannot be choosers. Like, you cannot choose how a friendship is to come about. Sometimes you have to reach out. And when you're not an initiator, you're not reaching out, you're literally avoiding every moment you have in like public spaces to be like, oh, hey, like, I like your hair, where'd you get this from? Or try to like start a conversation with somebody. Like, you're not doing that, so it's not happening. Like, if you're waiting for somebody to come up to you in 2025, and that's the only way that you feel like you're gonna make a new friend, I got bad news for you. Because especially in college, like, people be having their own little friend groups. Like, especially in your 20s, like, people already have their best friend, their go-to. Like, if you're not initiating things, people are not pressed for new friends in this age with these fake ass friends. I keep saying in this age, but in this era where, I don't know, shit is weird, shit is jealous, shit is, skeptical, shit is scary, shit is shit. Like, people are not looking for new friends. So if you're looking for new friends, I'm sorry to say this, but you're gonna have to be the initiator. You're gonna have to be a conversation starter. You're gonna have to walk up to people. You're gonna have to join people's conversations, even if it feels like you're forcing it at first. There's literally nowhere else for you to put yourself out there. because you can't expect people to always come up to you. Sometimes it's just not gonna happen. Like, I've went like years and I haven't made a new friend. Like, it be like that sometimes, because when you don't reach out, sometimes it just doesn't happen. Especially if you don't go nowhere, it's never gonna happen. But let's move on to number 5. You are a text buddy. You are a internet bestie. Like, literally, somebody could make plans with you, and you've been texting this girl all week. Y'all been texting, chatting it up, heart eyes on the story. You know, y'all been kiki and kaka on Instagram, and y'all make plans and they never fall through because of you. You either cancel, you either just completely don't talk about it the day of. When it comes about, it just never seems to happen with you. When you see the girl in person, you literally say nothing to her. But y'all just was texting, y'all just was commenting heart eyes. Like, you cannot make friends like that. First of all, that comes off as weird, because how you gonna text me all day, but when it's time to see each other, you gonna ghost? Like, that is very scary. That is very strange, weird. I don't know. Why do you do that? Why do you do that? Why do you do that? You want friends so bad. What, are you shy? What's going on there? That's just not it. Nobody want to sit up and text you all day. I had this girl that I met. I think I met her on TikTok. I don't know where I met this girl. Online somewhere. And we started texting, and like, we sending each other paragraphs after paragraphs. I made plans with this girl, I think, one time, and then she cancels on me. And then I'm like, okay, you know, it's cool, because sometimes, you know, I cancel too, things happen. And we make plans again, and she cancels again. I immediately just stopped talking to the girl. I stopped talking to the girl, and that's another reason why you might not have any friends. You give up too fast. Like, you just not going for the BS. Like, it's just not giving for you. Cause me, you gonna respect my time. So if I set aside the time to hang out with you, and I'm already, you know, feeling the way, I'm already nervous. Like, don't piss me off. Do not piss me off. And another thing with giving off fast, like, I had somebody make plans with me, but then they forgot something or lost something, and then we couldn't go again. For one, I feel like it's on you to, like, redo the plans, or like try to make up for, you know, you not being able to go, because I'm not gonna do it again. You're gonna have to put the effort in this time, because I'm not gonna play with you. And that's just self-respect, honestly. There's nothing wrong with that, actually. There's nothing wrong with, you know, having self-respect and not letting people play with your time. But you can't just be that person who only talk on the internet, and then when you see a girl in person, you just like. And another thing that falls under this category is you don't speak first. Like, you're literally waiting for someone to speak to you first every time. First of all, that comes off as stuck up. That can come off as stuck up. You don't want to come off as stuck up when you literally already don't have any friends. Sometimes you're gonna have to speak first. Don't just assume, oh yeah, she saw me standing over here. Why she didn't say nothing to me? You gotta grow up. You gotta grow up. That's literally all I have to say about that one. You gotta grow up. I don't know what number we're on. Maybe 5, maybe 6. Let's go with 6. You're the distant friend. You go long times without checking in on your close friends, and you might do some shit like miss their birthday. Why would you miss their birthday? Why would you miss their birthday? No shade. No shade. So, mini story time. So, I had this friend, right? Literally every year, she would ask me what I wanted for my birthday. What do you want for your birthday, Brie? What do you want for your birthday? And she would literally never get me anything. And I noticed that it was a pattern of her just always asking me what I want and then never getting me anything. So I said, girl, you know what? Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. I don't want you to get me anything. The only thing I want you to do is show up for my birthday. Like, just be there for me. Honestly, like, you don't have to bring anything. I just want to turn up with my girl. Y'all know what this girl did? You guessed it. She did not come to my birthday. It was raining too hard. Somehow I got there okay though. I got there just fine. And I even offered her a ride to ride with me in my car. But somehow she wasn't ready. She was never getting ready because she wasn't coming. I don't care if it was a money issue. I don't care if I had to order a water. I don't care. I'm just coming to my friend's party, especially if she said I don't have to get her nothing. All she want me to do is show up, and you can't even do that. Come on now. That's ridiculous. That is not it. Don't be the lazy friend. That's another one of the reasons why people don't have friends. Don't be the lazy friend. Don't be the friend that can never get a gift. Don't be the friend that doesn't show up to the birthday. Don't be the friend that don't call, don't check in, don't invite nobody out. Don't be that girl. Don't be that girl, because you're going to be very lonely very soon. This one's a good one. You are a teeny bit shallow. Like, you're a teeny bit shallow. You look for friends based on material things. That's not right. You can't do that. You can't do that. You looking at her body. Okay, is her body teed? Is she pretty? Is she this? Is she that? Like, what about if she loves God? Like, what about if, you know, she's actually a good person? Like, y'all are thinking about things that are too materialistic. Y'all are focused on how the girl looks. Okay, she pretty, she gonna be a good friend. That don't mean she gonna be a good friend. Some of the prettiest girls make the literal worst friends and are some of the most self-centered people in the world. Your judgment of who's gonna be a good friend shouldn't be like, oh, she gotta be an it girl, she gotta be a baddie, her body gotta be tea, she gotta have money. Like, that shouldn't be the first thing you think about, because when you think about friends, you think about support, you think about bond, you think about laughs and, you know, fun times. Like, you want somebody that's down to earth, and that literally should be your only thing that you look for. Somebody that's a real ass bitch, somebody that's kind, somebody that's not a mean girl. You don't have to like everything about somebody to be their friend. They don't have to be aesthetically pleasing to be your friend. Let's move on to the next one. So this one is a little, I don't know, this one's different. This one's actually different. Like, I feel like a lot of people don't think about this. And it's, you start off as an addition to a friend group. That is never going to work out. If somebody is already best friends, somebody is already, they're already locked in, you squeezing your way into that friendship, it's just not gonna work out. It's not gonna give what they already give to each other. It's gonna give, you're always gonna be the outsider. That's why you have to look for your own friends. Like, you can't just hop into something that's already been established and expect the same treatment. Are you listening to me? Are you listening to me? Nowadays, it's very hard not to do that, because most of the time people already got their set friends, so like, you ain't got no choice but to be a tag along. But what I'm saying is, make personal bonds on your own. Don't always just, you know, be okay with coming into someone else's friendship and thinking it's gonna be, thinking you home. You're not home, baby. You just visiting. It don't matter how long the friendship's been for, you're still just visiting. And it's sad, but it's true. Don't be the addition to the friend group. Make your own personal friends. Also, let's say you're friends with somebody and you hang around their friends a lot. Those people that hang out with your friends, those aren't your friends. They're just not, I'm sorry, like, they're just not your friends. Like, you have to make your own friends, because guess what? If you fall out with homegirl, you think the people that's friends with her still gonna be friends with you? They're not. So do not depend on your friend or your best friend or the one friend that you have to make your friends for you, because it's not gonna work out. I remember one time, like, I had a friend, and literally I was that girl who made all of her friends my friends. Literally all of her friends were at my birthday. Nobody that was just my friend by myself besides my nigga was there. So imagine if me and her fell out. My birthday would literally consist of just her friends. That's kind of embarrassing, low-key. It's not a safe space. Make your own friends, y'all. Make your own friends. The last one. If you only have one friend, not to say that this is gonna happen to you, but it happened to me. If you only have one friend and that friend knows that you're her only friend, she's gonna drag you through the mud. Cause she thinking in the back of her head, like, she don't got no other friends. I can do whatever I want. I can treat her however I want to. She has nobody else. And that is not a good place to be in. I'm telling you right now, it's not a good place to be in. Ooh, wait, y'all, got one more. One of your first friendships are your parents. If you don't have a good relationship with your parents, if you and your mom, especially as being a girl, if you and your mom are like bumping heads, that's your first relationship with another woman, it's gonna affect your friendships. I'm telling you right now, it's gonna affect your friendships. When your first ever encounter with a woman is like y'all are clashing, you can't even be cool with your own mom, you're gonna have problems making friends. And that's just something to think about. Just bite on it, eat on it for a little bit. That is something that I had issues with too. So yeah, we can talk about it one day if you want to. But y'all know that's actually it. Those are all the reasons why you may not have friends. Let me know if y'all want part 2, because I can definitely think of 100,000 other more reasons why you don't have any friends. No shade. But yeah, y'all, I hope y'all like this video. Like it if you liked it. Like it if you don't like it. Comment down below what y'all want to see next. Okay? Do me that favor. Do me that favor. Bye, y'all. Love y'all.